killing it today, man.
Friends and loved ones, we are gathered here on this beautiful day to witness the union of Phil and Kelly in holy matrimony, an occasion that I know is not only monumental for the wedded couple to be, but for all of us who are lucky to know them and love them as individuals. This is a great day of celebration and reverence on which we come together before God to recognize and commemorate the sacred love and dedication shared between these two people. The bride and groom would like to thank you for being here and respectfully ask that you silence your phones to ensure we can all enjoy this moment together. Okay. I think I've had the good fortune to meet most of you here today at some point or another. For those of whom I haven't met, my name is Brianna Milovac, and I am genuinely humbled to share this day with Phil and Kelly. Life has an interesting way of bringing the right people into your life at the right time. And that sentiment has never been more evident to me than in my relationship with these two people. Reflecting over the past 2 years, it is astonishing to reflect on how quickly you both have transitioned from acquaintances to friends to critical members of my Charleston family. I believe the same force that brought me into their lives is the same one that brought Phil and Kelly together. One of life's most remarkable and rare moments is when you meet the person who makes you feel complete, the person who makes the world a beautiful and a magical place, the person with whom you share a bond so special that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. For Phil and Kelly, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary happened almost 5 years ago when they met only 2 miles away at a local coffee shop. A chance encounter between two strangers waiting in line for coffee organically shifted to hours of conversation. An initial and undeniable attraction that could have ended with small talk didn't, and they quickly found that they shared similar values and experiences too coincidental not to be fate. I wish I could tell you a story about Phil and Kelly that summarizes their relationship and how they enrich each other's lives and the lives of each of us, but the truth is that there isn't one single event that is a good encapsulation of what they mean to me, to each other, and to all of us. But what I do know is that both of them care deeply and passionately for each other. They protect each other. They make each other laugh, and they think outside themselves. They help each other in ways that are obvious and unnoticed, but always appreciated. It's clear to those that know them that they represent a perfect pairing because each of them complements the other so well. This is perfectly exemplified by Phil's passion for the Washington Redskins and Kelly's tolerance of this fact. I asked each of them separately to share with me what they love most about their partner, and I wanted to take a moment to share their responses because they were very similar. They value and love each other's sense of humor and spontaneity, from all things planned to the everyday. Their passion and their determination in their hobbies and their career paths, even if different. And most importantly, that they put their friends and family above all else. What I wish for both of you on your wedding day is that your lifetime together as a team is one of complete contentment, full of those moments that you wish would never end, and that you continue to make one another smile and laugh as you do each of us. While each of you are tremendous individuals on your own, together you're better. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only the two of you can do that through love and patience, by believing in each other, by learning to appreciate your differences, and most importantly, as any good lawyer will tell you, to put the terms of your relationship into a legally binding contract with appropriate signatures and witnesses present. Speaking of witnesses, Phil and Kelly have asked two family members to read selections about love that especially resonated with them. So at this time, I wanted to welcome Kelly's Aunt Robin to share a reading from the Corinthians. Also, please sit.
not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Phil's cousin Stephanie to share a transcript from Attics of My Life.
In the attics of my life, full of potty dreams, unreal, full of tastes no tongue can know, and lights no eye can see. When there was no ear to hear, you sang to me. I've spent my life seeking all that's still unsung, bent my ear to hear the tune, and closed my eyes to see. When there were no strings to play, you played to me. In the book of love's own dreams, where all the print is blood, where all the pages are my days, and all my lights grow old. When I had no wings to fly, you flew to me, you flew to me. In the secret space of dreams, where I dreaming lay amazed, when the secrets all are told, and the petals all unfold, when there was no dream of mine, you dreamed of me.
Phil and Kelly chose to write their own vows to reflect the beautiful and sacred expression of their love for each other. At this time, I ask that you please turn and face one another to express those vows.
These are her vows.
Save your pants.
There you go. Okay. Kelly, I choose you to be no other than yourself. I will respect you as a person, a partner, and an equal. I am devoted to you in every way. I marry you with no doubt or hesitation. To the contrary, I marry you with an absolute abundance of joy and excitement. My commitment to you is absolute, and my love has no bounds. You are not only my best friend, but the love of my life. And I promise to give you a smile, a laugh, my love, and devotion. I will love you when we are together and when we are apart, and I will care for you, stand beside you, and share with you in all of life's challenges and all of its endless joys. I vow to support you, to push you, to inspire you, and above all, love you, for better or worse, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live.
I think my vows are a little bit longer. That's fine. It's okay. I think I wrote them down because I'd probably speak for a really long time. I remember the day so vividly when we first met. You were wearing a Jose Bank orange check shirt, shorts, and socks pulled up to your calf, which is sadly a fashion choice you still wear. But I remember it so much that day. I learned about your life in Costa Rica and your uncle, who has MS like my mom, and I knew immediately you were special and someone I wanted to spend time with. Over the last 4.5 years, we have accomplished so much. Moving into our tiny studio that flooded during the 1,000-year flood, adopting our sweet dog Shaka, and eventually purchasing our first home. We have traveled to exotic locations, and you show me a love that is unlike that I have ever known. Many on their wedding day will say how they've married their best friend. But Phil, you are so much more than my best friend. You are my partner. You cherish me. You counsel me on difficult questions. It's a lawyer in you. Push me to achieve my full potential and show me how to break out of my comfort zone. Without you, I would not be where I am today. I promise to always love you, to celebrate your victories and mourn your losses with you, to care for you when you're sick, and cherish you always. I love you and I like you.
I love and I like you.
All right, Phil, you ready?
Ready? Do I take your hands?
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you, Phil Cristaldis,
Do we need
take
the rings?
Not yet. Take Kelly Harold, I know you're rushing, to be your beloved wife, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion. On this special day, in the presence of family and friends as witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Kelly and support her in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love her completely, to console and comfort her during difficult times, to laugh with her and to grieve with her, to share with her life's simplest, most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with her, and to cherish her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Kelly Harold, take Phil Cristaldis to be your beloved husband, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? On this special day, in the presence of family and friends as witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Phil and support him in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love him completely and to console and comfort him during difficult times, to laugh with him and to grieve with him, to share with him life's simplest but most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with him, and to cherish him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Phil and Kelly's rings are an external and visible sign of the spiritual bond of love which unites their two hearts. May they serve as a seal of the vows Phil and Kelly have made to one another. Bless these rings, symbols of eternity, beauty, and strength. Bless the couple who give them and wear them. May they live ever in harmony, unity, love, and happiness from this day forward. So Pat, will you give your ring to Phil?
You have it, right?
Totally have it. Got it?
Got it.
Phil, place the ring on Kelly's finger and repeat after me. This ring I give to you
This ring I give to you
as a token of my love and devotion to you.
as a token of my love and devotion to you.
I pledge to you all that I am
I pledge to you all that I am
and all that I will ever be as your husband.
and all that I will ever be as your husband.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I gladly marry you and join my life to yours.
I gladly marry you and join my life to yours.
Meredith, will you hand the ring to Kelly? Kelly, please place this ring on Phil's finger and repeat after me. Close enough. There we go.
Got it.
He wants to go on, I swear.
This ring I give to you
This ring I give to you
as a token of my love and adoration for you.
as a token of my love and adoration for you.
I pledge to you all that I am
I pledge to you all that I am
and all that I will ever be as your wife.
and all that I'll ever be as your wife.
With this ring, I gladly marry you
With this ring, I gladly marry you
and join my life to yours.
and join my life to yours.
By the power vested in me by the state of South Carolina and the internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Phil, you may now kiss the bride.
So fast.
Gentlemen, it is my genuine pleasure to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Cristaldis.
For Mr. and Mrs.
Kelly and I met the same way I imagine many millennials meet, over a shared hatred of our job and a shared love of cats on the internet. We were student callers together at UNC Charlotte. You know those evil people who call you with the audacity to ask for more money after you already paid for tens of thousands of dollars at their school. Yeah, we were those evil people. And man, Charleston I was at. She was my best friend, and even though at the time she'd only be 3.5 hours away, I still thought that'd be too far. What if she needed someone to go grocery shopping with? Or get a drink with after a really hard day at work? Or maybe most importantly, someone to get her in check when she inevitably takes on way too much and then still keeps doing more. So you can imagine my relief when not long after she met Phil. Of course, I wanted to know more about this mysterious coffee shop guy, but he seemed to check out. He was a handsome, fun, intelligent law student, and most of all, Kelly was happy. And when I met him, he was everything Kelly had made him out to be. You complement each other, you balance each other out. I really can't imagine a better couple. I'm sure there will be plenty of compromises that you'll make for each other as you continue to grow together. Kelly, you may need to give up a little more closet space for Phil's expanding suit collection in his law career. Phil, someday you might actually have to do something about all those broken skateboards you refuse to do anything about. And one day, Kelly, you might surprise Phil with his favorite food, only for him to say, actually, my favorite food's burritos. Listen to each other, love each other, and don't be afraid to evolve throughout this beautiful marriage. You two are an amazing couple, and you bring so much light into my life and the life of everyone here. I'm so happy for this next chapter in your life together.
Well, hey y'all. My name is Patrick. Sorry you just had to hear me sing and speak at the same time. For tonight's a lot for me. I'm sure it's a lot for you too. I am Phil's brother. I'll claim him for maybe 13 years. First 15, he's kind of a jerk, so. No, I couldn't be happier and more honored to be the best man in this wedding. You'll hear a lot more about how great of a brother in person and just an all-around amazing person Phil is. I'm gonna try not to read off my paper, but we'll see what happens here. I honestly, I got a really nice handwritten letter in the mail from Phil asking me to be his best man. And my first thought was like, man, this sounds worse than jury duty. So like, you can't say no, you gotta do it, but here I am, so it's getting worse than ever would. I will say though, I would like a round of applause for Kelly right now. She deserves it. Not only is she stunningly beautiful, but she is a truly caring, passionate, talented, smart. I could go on and on. And now I can call her my sister, so not a person, she's my sister, so. We've been calling each other brother and sister for a couple months now. It was weird at first, now it's not. So Phil, you're gonna leave today with the most amazing wife, bride, friend, list goes on. Kelly, you're gonna leave today with a dress and some flowers. Think on the bright side, right? Pretty, could be worse. Love you, Phil. Truly though, I've known them for, well, I've known Phil my whole life, but Kelly for longer than it feels like. I guess since I'm the best man, I gotta talk a little bit about Phil. First of all, he has been a role model for me. Before we get all sappy and you think that's sweet, there's two sides to that role model thing. Definitely two sides. But mostly positive. For instance, he did give me my first beer. He handed it to me. And, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Natural Light, quality stuff. And me being a younger brother, I had to slam it right in front of him. Maybe a few more after that, and I thought I was like, oh sweet, my brother's got hooked up. Next morning, Mom and Dad come stomping in my room. Your brother said you drank beer. Well, yeah, he gave it to me. It's a little uncool. It wasn't the best thing he's ever done. It wasn't the worst either. Thank you. Oh, you won. But I will say, I am the person I am today because of my older brother. There's no doubt about it. He pushed me to be better at everything that I've ever been involved in. We both share a lot of the same interest, which I think for an older brother, for him, having your little brother kind of follow you around and doing everything that you do is a little bit tough. Annoying is a better word. And I definitely did annoy him, sometimes purposely. Anybody with an older sibling knows you sometimes do that on purpose, and then they hit you and then they get in trouble. But going back to our days playing basketball in the front yard, Dad already spoke about more bruises than wins for me. Phil has a solid right hand punch, let me just tell you. I think I spent a good 10 years with a bruise that never went away because it just kept I asked her.
Gabby's the big brother.
Other things like music, as you can just tell, I wouldn't have been up in front of all these people, had the courage, or just wanted to sit down and practice playing guitar if it wasn't for my older brother. The first time I ever got in front of a stage in front of people was when I was a freshman in high school and he was a senior. And he encouraged me, or maybe felt bad for me, but he asked me to play at the talent show with him. And still to this day, I've been playing music in front of people 3 times a week for the past, however many years. It's probably the biggest crowd I ever played in front of, and I never would have had the courage if it wasn't for him, sitting by me and playing bass. So thank you for that, because that's still one of my biggest things today. So thank you.
Whiskey and biscuits.
Yeah, we got a band now. We got a band now. I did want to say just how beautiful the couple you guys both are, and the future I see with you and your life, me and your lives. And I usually sound like this. It's okay. Phil, for you to work as hard as you have to support yourself to become the lawyer that you are, but still keep your passions so close to you. Usually when I try to call him on a Saturday morning and I don't hear back from him for 4 hours, it's because I know he's out surfing. And I'm totally okay with that. And it's awesome because sometimes we all lose sight of what's important to us in life because we become adults and jobs take over and stress takes over. But Phil has taught me to still keep those passions. If something makes you happy, keep doing it. And he showed me that with a lot of things. So thank you for that. Kelly, in the time I've known you, you have truly followed so many of your passions into all the most respectable things. Caring for the animals, wedding planning, real estate, full-time job of being Phil's girlfriend, fiance, wife. And I've seen you both grow individually, and I've seen you both grow together, and it's been a beautiful thing for me to see. But to end off, if I could ask Phil to come up here real quick. I have something special from our childhood, so if you could please open it.
Especially when I pull this out.
Oh no! Yes, it's my diary. About this girl.
Welcome everyone. I'm Regina, Kelly's mom. It's allergies. And Phil's mom-in-law. And I'm so glad to see Kelly and Phil surrounded by family and friends on this special wedding day. It feels like only yesterday I was holding Kelly as a newborn and gazing at her beautiful smile and feeling this deep need to raise her to become a woman who would hold true to her values and would believe in herself every day. And I knew that she would leave an indelible footprint in her own world. What was in store for her for the rest of her life, of course, I just couldn't know. But I dreamed that someday she would achieve all her dreams. Several times at night, I would wake up and just stand in silence and look at her while she was sleeping.
That's not creepy at all.
I felt such honor and love to have been chosen by God to be Kelly's mom. Today, she became Phil's wife. And I still have in mind all the precious moments of the time that we spent together. Since Kelly was 2 years old, it's been me and her. Growing up, Kelly was inquisitive, very sociable, and she found fun in just about everything. She could at times, however, be credulous. Just ask her to tell you how cows manage to stand on a steep hillside without falling over.
Yes!
In school, you could always find her with a book or drawing horses and dolphins or on a sketch pad. Kelly was a cheerleader from age 5 until high school, where she first found her love for running as part of the track team. And she soon discovered that her creative side went beyond drawing animals to taking parts in plays as part of the drama club. Through it all, she never sat idle. She worked hard to succeed in high school, both academically and making sure that her treasured friendships remain. 4 of them here today as part of her bridal party. Her friendships remained into and after college through her kindness and genuine care for friends and others. While life may have presented challenges and difficult moments for Kelly, each time she gained knowledge and maturity, and I've had the true blessing of watching my little girl grow into a beautiful young woman. When I look at you, Kelly, I see your true beauty, love, and an unwavering commitment to the people that you love. I always pray that you would meet the special man who would love you just as strong and unwavering as you did. Today, I feel like the proudest mom ever because over 4 years ago, you met Phil, a real gentleman. Papa C and Rhonda, you did good. Chapter 2. While many of you think you know how Kelly and Phil met, for those of you who may not, let me just say this. Even in Charleston, when it's 100 degrees outside in August, you can still order a hot coffee, but how would you know that that was going to be the beginning of a lifetime of coffees together? One question, however, Was it coffee in 2014? Or could it be at the age of 11, Kelly already knew she loved Phil? The entry in her diary may give us insight.
Diary out there. Dish.
Dear diary, Philip loves me. We have so many things in common. His life is kind of sad. I love him too. I just might think I'll go out with him. I thought you went out with somebody before you fell in love with him. I've been doing this all wrong. So Philip wrote me back, and he said yes for me to go out with him. Okay. So I think that we can take from this that maybe Kelly knew she was going to meet Mary one day. Phil and Kelly, I have a few words to give you before I take my seat. Marriage is a test of real love, and you should expect both good and bad times, including some very rough storms. But riding through the storms together, leaning on guidance from God and leaning on each other for strength and courage as allies will only strengthen your bond. As long as you weather the storms together, your marriage will endure. No matter what, keep your sense of humor, and you will make it through the storms just fine with love. The love you share is an example of love that awakens the soul and makes each other reach for more. It plants a fire in your heart, and it brings peace to your mind. Support each other, lift each other up in prayer, and season your words with salt in case you have to eat them. Phil, I want to welcome you to our family. I know that you love and care for Kelly with your whole heart and soul. And as a mom, couldn't ask for more.